What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be getting into the 2022 NCAA Tournament Bracketology. And, 211. Yeah, so, crazy week. Obviously, Arkansas beat Auburn this week, which was shocking, to say the least. And now we got a new number one overall seed. That's going to start out with Gonzaga at the number one seed. And then the first team out, we got the Gators of Florida. Then the last team in, my Cougars, have been on the downfall. Nearly almost lost to LCU. I think that's what they are. But in overtime. But my Cougars found a way to win. But that's still a dip in their seat right there. Then we see on the bubble, last four byes, Chicago dropping into that. Oregon, Oklahoma, and San Francisco. Then the last four in, we got Miami, North Carolina, Creighton, and BYU. Then the first four out, we got Florida, San Diego State, UAB, and Memphis. And then the next four out, Belmont, St. Louis, Mississippi State, and Michigan. All right, so if we look at the bracket right now, Creighton's new to the field, one of my favorite teams to pick. And then here in this West Regional, we got Indiana dropping to a 9 seed. UConn jumping to a 5 seed, still not a fan. And then Texas Tech dropping down to 4, as well as Marquette dropping down to a 6. San Francisco dropping down to 11. And then Montana State new to the field at a 14 seed. Then we got Duke at the 2 seed and Gonzaga at that 1. Then in the Midwest, we got Auburn at that 1 seed. Michigan State dropping down to a 5. Villanova jumping up to a 4, as well as Vermont jumping up to a 13. Wisconsin jumping up to a 3, and then Northern Iowa new to the field at a 14. USC drops down to a 7, as well as Notre Dame jumping up to a 10. And then Cleveland State jumping up to a 15. Then here in this East Regional, we got Purdue at that, I didn't mention Kansas at that 2 seed. Purdue at that 1 seed. Wyoming jumping up to an 8. St. Mary's dropping down to a 9. Alabama jumping up to a 5, as well as Chattanooga jumping up to a 12. Toledo new to the field at a 13. Ohio State drops down to a 6, and Loyola Chicago drops down to a 10. Then in the South, Arizona, and Kentucky, the 2. Arizona at that 1. Long Beach State new to the field at a 16. TCU jumps it to an 8. Colorado State jumps it to a 9. Arkansas jumps it to that 6 seed. And then Liberty new to the field at 14. And then Seton Hall jumps it to a 7. So let's get into this bracket. It's going to start out with the with these playing games. And North Carolina against BYU. Oh, crap. My bad. Just hurry. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, North Carolina against BYU. I do like North Carolina in that game as well. My Cougars, honestly, I like them, and I hope they win, but they're just not doing well enough. Better years are to come, but not right now. UNC Wilmington against Southern. I do like UNC Wilmington right there. Miami against Creighton. Creighton, I do like them a lot there, as well as Miami, but I do like Creighton more, and Norfolk State, I think, beats New Orleans. All right, so starting out with Gonzaga against Colgate, I do like the Zags to pull off that win. Boise State, I think, could be Indiana. UConn, I don't like this matchup. Don't like either of these teams, but I'll have to go with UConn in that game. And then Texas Tech, I do think, beats New Mexico State. Marquette, I think, beats San Francisco, as well as UCLA beating Montana State. I do like the 10-7 upset here. Murray State against LSU. LSU's not a good team right there. So the first upset in this regional will come with the Murray State program. And then I do like Duke to beat Yale. Arizona, I do think could beat Long Beach State. And then TCU, I think, beats Colorado State. Then I'm going to go with the upset here, 12-5 seed. Tennessee is kind of average for me. I do like them, just don't like them a lot. And then North Texas, I do really like. So I don't know what's about the Mean Green. but they're just something about them that just makes them, I think, can win this game. So I'm going to go with North Texas to pull off that upset. Houston against South Dakota State. Ooh. I don't like South Dakota State enough to go with that upset. I'll go Houston. Arkansas, who has completely climbed up, I think they beat Creighton. Illinois, I think, beats Liberty. Oregon, I think, pulls off that 10-7 upset against Seton Hall, but that's a good game. And then Baylor, I think, beats Longwood. So moving on over here into this regional, we got Auburn beating UNC Wilmington. Wake Forest, Iowa State. I like the 9/8 upset there with Iowa State. Michigan State, I think, beats Iona. Villanova, I think, pulls off the win over Vermont. Not a big Xavier fan, but I do like them in that matchup against Oklahoma to advance. And then Wisconsin, I do think, beats Northern Iowa. Notre Dame, I think, pulls off the 10/7 upset there, and then Kansas beats Cleveland State. So not a lot of 11 upsets so far. I mean, I don't even think one has happened. All right, Purdue, I think, beats Norfolk State. Oh. Wyoming St. Mary's, that's a good matchup. I do like. I'm going to go St. Mary's. 9/8. Never mind. Wyoming. Tough matchup. I'll go Wyoming, though, barely. Chattanooga, I think, pulls off this 12/5 upset there. Chattanooga against Alabama. Alabama's too inconsistent. Which Alabama are you going to get in this game? Chattanooga is a good team there. I like them. And then I'm going to go with the 13/4 upset here. Toledo over Texas. I see the upset opportunity there. I'm going to go for it. I don't know if this happens, but why not? Toledo is a good team, and I'm just not sold on Texas. I just don't like them. It's just one of those teams that you're just like, no, I don't like Texas this year. Ohio State against Davidson. Davidson. Man, I got to go with the 11/6 upset there, man. I mean, Ohio State's been on the fall, so it makes sense. Davidson's a good team. I do like Ohio State, but got to go with the upset that Ohio State's not playing the best. Providence, I do like over Wagner, and then Loyola Chicago, I think, can pull off the 10/7 upset to beat Iowa, and Kentucky can beat Application State. All right, and then for a spot into the Sweet 16, Gonzaga, I think, beats Baylor. Texas Tech, I think, beats UConn. UCLA, I think, beats Marquette. And then Duke, I think, beats Murray State. So chalk there. Then in this region, we got Arizona, I think, could beat TCU. And I'm going to go with the 12/4 upset to keep this North Texas run alive. Right now, that means we would have two double-digit teams into the Sweet 16, and I just don't like Houston, man. And North Texas, I like a lot, man. I think they can make this run if they can get those two matchups in the first round. Illinois against Arkansas. Arkansas is playing hot, but I don't think that they could beat Illinois. And then Baylor against Oregon. I really want to go with this upset here, but I just can't do it. Baylor is a good team still, even though they might be a little bit struggling. All right, and then Auburn against Iowa State. I do like Auburn. Michigan State against Villanova. I mean, Michigan State's not playing the best right now, but I do still like them. I picked them to win my national championship with them. I'm going to stick to my guns, go Michigan State in that game. Wisconsin, I think, could beat Xavier, and then Kansas can beat Notre Dame. All right, so moving on down here, Purdue against Wyoming. Do like Purdue in that game. Even though Purdue, didn't they nearly get upset? I think they did, or did they get upset? Not quite sure. I think they nearly did. But Chattanooga against Toledo. I do like Chattanooga in that game, so we'll have 12 seeds into the Sweet 16. And then Providence, I think, will beat Davidson. And Kentucky, I think, can beat Loyola Chicago. All right, for a spot in the Elite Eight, Gonzaga, Texas Tech. What a matchup we would have here. I do like the Zags in that game, though. Duke against UCLA. I do like Duke in that game. They're just too good. I'll go Duke. Arizona gets North Texas to end the run. I think Arizona can beat North Texas there. Illinois against Baylor. I'm going to go with the 3-over-2 upset there. I like Illinois more than Baylor either way. I think they can pull off that win. And then Auburn against Michigan State. I'm going to go Auburn. And then Wisconsin against Kansas. I'm going to go Kansas. So a lot of chalk, except for that 3-over-2 upset. Purdue against Chattanooga. I'm going to end Chattanooga's run with a loss. And then Kentucky against Providence. I'm going to go Kentucky as much as I like Providence. So we have all number 1 seeds have survived. Gonzaga against Duke. I'm going to go with the Zags. They're just playing so good right now. I could see a Final Four run from them. And then Arizona against Illinois. As much as I want to put the Illinois into that game, I just think Arizona's the better team. I can't do it. Auburn against Kansas. I mean, Auburn just lost. They're without their guard, though. I mean, this Auburn team is a Final Four team. I just can't see them not making it. I pick Kansas in the last tournament. I actually forgot. But Auburn, I think, advances. Purdue against Kentucky. This is where the first number 1 seed, I think, will fall. Kentucky is the better team in this game. Well, in my opinion, they've been lights out, one of the best teams in the country up to this point. So I'm going to go Kentucky in that one. Gonzaga against Arizona. I think the Zags advance on to the Final Four game. That was a good game, though. And then Kentucky against Auburn. I'm going to go the Kentucky. I'm going to go the Wildcats to pull off this win over Auburn and advance to the Final Four. Auburn's a good team, but I think Kentucky pulls off an upset. And then for a spot in the Final Four, for a spot to win the championship game, I'm going to go the Zags. I just think the Zags are just the best team in the country right now. With these matchups, it kind of helps right now, but I'll go Zags to win the national championship game. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this video today. Hope you all enjoyed the content. Love making these videos for you. Anyway, peace out.